In this episode of Neville Goddard, we are going to explore another quote from one of his wonderful works called The Law and the Promise. And this quote reads, "Stop thinking of yourself as the miserable, weak, foolish, sinful creature which you have been imagining yourself to be for so long that you have actually made it real through your own imaginal acts. Stop imagining yourself as something less than glorious, for you are truly magnificent." I love this quote because it's such an important message that many people need to hear. I think we often sabotage ourselves by believing negative things about ourselves, whether it's thinking we're not good enough or smart enough or beautiful enough. We can end up creating our own misery and attracting negative experiences into our lives simply because we believe them to be true. But what if we stopped doing that? What if we started imagining ourselves as magnificent and living from that place of magnificence? I believe that we can change our lives by changing our thoughts and beliefs. And that's what Neville is telling us to do in this quote. He wants us to stop thinking of ourselves as miserable, weak, foolish, or sinful, and start thinking of ourselves as magnificent. It's not always easy to do, but I believe it's possible, and it's worth trying. Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. I'm here to guide you through these teachings of Neville Goddard. I hope you enjoy these lessons and find them helpful in your life. Before we begin, please like this video and subscribe for more videos like this one. Now let's get started. One of the key concepts in Neville Goddard's teachings is the idea that our thoughts and beliefs create our reality. This is also known as the law of attraction, but Neville teaches it from a more mystical and spiritual perspective. He believed that our consciousness is connected to a higher power, or a source of all creation, and that we can access this power through our imagination. Neville also taught that we are not separate from other people or from nature. We are all connected, and what affects one thing affects all things. Our thoughts and feelings create our experiences, whether they are positive or negative. If we think negative thoughts and have negative feelings, we will create negative experiences in our lives. On the other hand, if we think positive thoughts and have positive feelings, we will create positive experiences. So how does this relate to the quote, "Stop thinking of yourself as the miserable, weak, foolish, sinful creature, which you have been imagining yourself to be for so long that you have actually made it real through your own imaginal acts. Stop imagining yourself as something less than glorious, for you are truly magnificent." In this quote, Neville is pointing out that we often imagine ourselves in a negative light. We may think of ourselves as being miserable, weak, foolish, or sinful, and we may feel sorry for ourselves or even blame ourselves for our circumstances. But he is telling us that when we do this, we are actually creating our own misery and suffering. We are making ourselves weak, foolish, or sinful through our thoughts and feelings. So the first step to changing our lives, according to Neville, is to stop thinking negatively about ourselves. We need to stop imagining ourselves as miserable, weak, foolish, or sinful. Instead, we should imagine ourselves as strong, capable, wise, and loving. When we change the way we think about ourselves, we change the way we experience life. Now let us take a closer look at each of the negative labels that Neville mentions in the quote. First, he talks about thinking of ourselves as miserable. When we think of ourselves as miserable, we are actually creating misery in our lives. We may think that we are not good enough, beautiful enough, or successful enough, and we may feel unhappy and unfulfilled as a result. But the truth is that we are all perfect just the way we are. We don't need to be anyone else or have anything else to be happy. All we need is to realize that we are already perfect. So if you have been thinking of yourself as miserable, stop doing it now. Start thinking of yourself as happy and fulfilled. Imagine yourself laughing and enjoying life and believe that you deserve to be happy. The next label Neville mentions is weak. When we think of ourselves as weak, we are actually making ourselves weaker. We may feel like we can't do things on our own, or that we need someone else to make decisions for us. But the truth is that we are all strong and capable. We just need to believe it and have faith in ourselves. So if you have been thinking of yourself as weak, stop doing it now. Start thinking of yourself as strong and capable. Imagine yourself standing up for yourself and others and making positive changes in your life. The third label Neville talks about is foolish. When we think of ourselves as foolish, we are actually making ourselves dumber. We may feel like we are not smart enough or talented enough, and we may give up on our dreams and goals as a result. But the truth is that we are all intelligent and capable of achieving our dreams. We just need to believe it and work towards our goals. So if you have been thinking of yourself as foolish, stop doing it now. Start thinking of yourself as smart and capable. Imagine yourself achieving your dreams and goals and share your success with others. The final label Neville mentions is sinful. When we think of ourselves as sinful, we are actually making ourselves feel guilty and ashamed. We may think that we are not good enough, or that we have done something wrong, and we may feel bad about ourselves as a result. But the truth is that we are all perfect, and we do not need to feel guilty or ashamed for being human. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. We just need to learn from them and move on. So if you have been thinking of yourself as sinful, stop doing it now. Start thinking of yourself as worthy of love and forgiveness. Imagine yourself releasing any guilt or shame you may be feeling and embracing your true self. We can start by changing our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves. We need to stop thinking of ourselves as miserable, weak, foolish, or sinful, and start thinking of ourselves as magnificent. We are all perfect and we deserve to be happy, healthy, successful, and loved. When we change our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves, we change our experiences and our reality. There are many ways we can start imagining ourselves in a more positive light. One way is through visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help us create the life we want. When we visualize, we imagine ourselves already having achieved our goals and living the life we want. We focus on positive outcomes and feel the emotions associated with them. This helps us align our thoughts and feelings with what we want to create and attract it into our lives. Another way to imagine ourselves in a more positive light is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves to create new beliefs and thought patterns. When we affirm, we are consciously choosing to focus on positive outcomes and possibilities. We can use affirmations to challenge negative thoughts and reprogram our minds to believe in ourselves and our abilities. For example, if we want to feel stronger, we can say affirmations like "I am strong" or "I am capable." If we want to feel more confident, we can say affirmations like "I am confident" or "I am worthy." We can also use affirmations to improve our relationships, our health, and our finances. It's important to note that changing our thoughts and beliefs takes practice and persistence. We may have years of negative thoughts and beliefs that have been ingrained in us, and it may take time to change them. However, with regular practice, we can change our thoughts and beliefs and create the life we want. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on this quote and share it with those who might benefit from it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. Have a wonderful day.